Today, I will be comparing Season 1, Episode 1 of Gravity Falls to Season 1, Episode 1 of Dan to Dan, analyzing how each film makes a genre distinct. In their first episodes, these films introduce remarkably similar worlds, interrupted by the supernatural. Although they may share the same genre space, the way each series presents the same idea feels the worlds different. Both of these series share the adventure comedy genre, specifically in finding and fighting the supernatural. However, the implications of making the genre distinct are far different from each other. Understanding this difference requires us to understand the cultural context in which these films were based on. The series Gravity Falls is deeply rooted in the early 2010s Disney Channel culture. Around this time, shows and movies made by Disney were aimed at the feelings of summer vacation, aiming their messages to be more relatable to a younger audience. Because of this, the protagonists Mabel and Dipper are in their early teen years, serving as an example or relatable experience to those coming of age. As a result of their intended audience, Disney aims to create principles that will resonate with the younger audience, reflecting their broad, simplistic choice of animation, a cartoon. Commonly found in Western culture, cartoons are simple and distinguishable. The show uses 2D animation characterized by detailed, vibrant backgrounds that bring the fictional Oregon town to life while mystery lurks within. On the other hand, Dan to Dan is deeply rooted in a blend of Japanese urban legends, 1970s to 80s pop culture, and the societal pull to the idea of opposites attract in teen romantic comedies. As a result of the surrounding culture, the main protagonists Momo and Ukuran are in their late teenage years. Due to their intended audience, Science Zara, the production company, aims to create sentiments and ideals that will resonate with a more mature audience, as shown in the more intense form of film, anime. They specialize in a distinct hybrid hand-drawn and digital flash animation, resulting in a dynamic, fluid, but somewhat choppy motion. Each film distinctly represents the genre through unique animation and visual styles, especially in its depictions of the monsters and the supernatural. In Gravity Falls, there is a constant smooth animation that continues for the entire episode. The characters are portrayed fairly simple, their appearance remaining the same throughout the entire plot. The movement of the characters is deliberate and predictable, something very common to most cartoons. The camera is also usually steady, but when it moves, it does so with purpose, to emphasize the actions of the characters. This creates a world that is easily distinguishable to the audience, as when something bizarre or unusual happens, the animation remains the same. Because of this, the supernatural is introduced very slowly. First, the audience hears rumors. Then we begin to see odd symbols, as the environment hints that something's wrong. For example, the odd behavior and characteristics of Mabel's boyfriend. When the gnomes finally appear on the scene, they don't break the visual style of the show, but they fit into the rather weird atmosphere. The animation makes the supernatural feel hidden among the ordinary world, not disrupting it. This helps shape the genre as the characters gradually explore the unknown, then defeat it and return to their original lives. On the other hand, Dan to Dan takes a vastly different approach. The animation is aggressive and is constantly in motion. The camera shifts rapidly, and characters snap between extreme and over-exaggerated poses and expressions. There is little visual stability, only shown in scenes where characters converse with each other, and due to this, the world feels as if it could break at any moment, making certain actions or scenes even more tense. For example, in the scene where Momo was trapped in the alien spaceship and is about to be tortured, her phone goes off. As the aliens approach the phone screen dims red, a contrast to the pale and plain color scheme that mimics that of a security camera. Suddenly, the hand of the possessed Okron reaches through and jumps out onto the screen, visually disturbing and contrasting with the surroundings in that area. The ghost is visually intrusive, breaking the frame itself rather than just existing within it. The monsters in the scene twist reality by forcing their presence onto the characters rather than gradually exposing it. The animation technique doesn't slowly introduce the audience to the unknown, rather it throws you right into it. Unlike Gravity Falls, the supernatural is overwhelming, which affects the entire world around the characters. The harsh color shifts and frantic motion emphasize the utter fear and loss of control. The genre leans less towards light-hearted adventure, but a more high-stake action, where survival is questionable instead of guaranteed. This difference reflects not only the cultural context of the time, but also the exceptions that the adventure genre entails. Gravity Falls invites the audience to explore the mystery steadily and safely, as the supernatural can be understood and contained. On the other hand, Dan to Dan throws the audience directly into chaos, forcing them to quickly deal with and comprehend the complexities of the characters and the supernatural, both making the genre distinct from one another.